this is Nisha. So today I wanted to try with you some new products. It is not full face. I have 3 or 4 new products that I would like to try with you for the first time. So the first thing that I have is the Voula, I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, Serum Foundation. Do you remember I got it in my PR and they've sent me 5 different colors. So let me quickly tell you what it says about this foundation. A lightweight, medium to full coverage foundation that glides on smoothly and can be layered for a flawless airbrush appearance with youthful radiance. This serum-like formula includes a bioactive proprietary complex of vitamins, marine extracts and holistic botanical derived ingredients that works to help rejuvenate and moisturize the skin while diminishing the appearance of fine lines or wrinkles and pores, as it controls oils and provides antioxidant protection and long-lasting all-day coverage. It has vitamin C and E, botanical derived hydroxyproline, which is a triple firming action moisturizing skin plumping ingredient. Okay, I can't even laminaria ocrol, I can't even pronounce that. It's a skin immunity booster, an anti-inflammatory agent, and mastic gum that tightens pores, controls oils and refines skin. So I will swatch all the colors for you first. This is shade 03, this is shade 04, this is shade 05 and this is shade 06. They are looking a bit lighter in the camera because of the lights, but I think I'm going to go with 5. But I have another 2 new products that go with this one. So my friend Carmen from US sent me the Juno&Co microfiber velvet sponge and microfiber fusion sponge. I don't know what is the difference between them. They just look the same, they just have different shape. And she also sent me the Stands Out Beauty Sponge, which is like a memory foam sponge. So I will try one of these on one side and I will try this one on the other side of my face. Funny thing is, before I got this from my friend, the Juno&Co company actually contacted me asking if I would like to try the sponge. So they are sending me one, but as I already have them, I thought I might as well review it. Let's now see this contraption. Oh God, yeah, it is like a memory sponge. So you squeeze it and then it goes back to its normal shape. So how do we use this? The warmth of your skin is all that is needed for the Stands Out Beauty Sponge to reach its optimal softness for use. It is recommended to use the sponge damp the first 3 to 5 uses while it's in its breaking in period. After that, water is optional. So I'm going to go and wet all these sponges. Okay, so that has gone a bit bigger. So this is the wet one. It feels much drier after you squeeze it than the beauty blender, for example, and it is soft, but it's firmer than beauty blender. Now this doesn't change the shape or size, and when you squeeze it, it comes back much quicker to its shape. So let's shake this foundation. Okay, so this side I'm gonna use this Juno sponge. I feel like you have to pounce it in a really small, close to each other motion, because it doesn't really, I don't know. It feels quite dry, you know, like Beauty Blender feels much wetter, therefore helps to spread the foundation a bit more. I would say that it will also depends how thick your foundation is. I think if the foundation is very thick, this will be difficult to do it with this sponge. You probably would have to like do swiping motions, because yeah, it's not blending very well. I will try to do another layer in a minute and we will see. Yeah, the sponge feels pretty dry, but on the other hand it feels like because of that the sponge is not absorbing the product, so all the product gets you know, stays on your face. Okay, let's see the foundation. You see, now I don't want to give the foundation bad name because the sponge might be not doing its work. But yeah, the foundation is definitely medium coverage. I really like the color. I think it's a really good match for me. But I will do another layer so we see how it builds up. Okay, the second application goes much better on with this sponge. This is almost like now the second layer of foundation has something to adhere to. I quite like the sponge. It's just, I don't know if it's just different. You see, I feel like I should do more of a like a pounce and swipe motion. I don't know if it's because I'm used to Beauty Blender type of sponges that are totally different to this. Now I definitely got better coverage now. It's still not completely full, but this is just fine for me. I like it like that. Okay, let's try this thing. Well, that is not blending at all. Let me zoom it in. Look at that. That is not blending nothing. Right, let's try maybe a bit more. Maybe because this foundation's been sitting on my face for a bit. Now, I don't like this at all. It looks awful. No, it's not doing anything. No, I'm not even using it. Definitely don't like this. Maybe I will play with it. This is like first impression, but I don't see it blending it at all. It's just like smudging it. So I'm going to use this one. So it says that those sponges, both of them say they should give you quicker application. I wouldn't agree with that. Yeah, this sponge definitely applies the second layer much better. Okay, let's have a look at it. Wow, of course, hasn't applied very well on my nose, as you can see. It looks okay everywhere else, apart from like around my mouth when my skin is probably more textured. I can see it, but that could be because I've layered it, so I gave it more coverage. Okay, let's do concealer. Today I'm going to use the Nars Naked Skin Concealer in medium light neutral. Put it on my nose because my nose hasn't covered very well. Should we see this? How this applies concealer? Right, it doesn't apply the concealer too bad, but it's too big. I suppose you can squish it. I think it's just not very good for thicker foundations. But no, it's just taking the product away actually. Right, let's do it with that. Yeah, this sponge definitely leaves everything on your skin instead of moving it around and soaking it up. So I do like this sponge, you know. I think it's different. It definitely feels different than the Beauty Blender type of sponges. I'm going to brighten up with the Maybelline the Eraser Eye in Light. Just lower here, just to brighten it up. It's not for concealing. Okay, I like the foundation look. It's okay. It's a bit thick around here, but that could be because I've applied it with that sponge, and like I said, the sponge deposits much more product onto your face, so it's good on one hand because you are not wasting product, but yeah, the foundation looks nice now. It's sort of settled. Yeah, I like it and I love the color. Okay, so let me set under my eyes with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I will set the rest of my face, of course, with Laura Mercier mineral powder in Rich Vanilla. I don't want to use too much of it because the foundation is giving me quite good coverage already, so I will just take some. I really, and I just will stipple it and then I will buff it in. I will bronze now. I'm bronzing with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Don't have any new bronzer. Okay, I do like the way the foundation looks. It's giving me quite nice coverage with everything, but it still looks a bit cakey around my mouth. Like from the distance, when I'm looking at myself in a mirror, it looks beautiful. That's the thing, you know, when we do these videos and we zoom in, no one actually looks at you that close. So yeah, from here it looks perfect. And again, like I said, it might be also the sponge. Maybe if I applied it with Beauty Blender or a buffing brush, it will look different. So I promise I will, maybe even at the end of this video, I will apply this tomorrow again with different tools, and I will let you know if it made a difference. So the next new thing that I've got to try is the Flower Lash Warrior mascara. My friend again sent it to me. She said she thinks I might like it, so I'm going to try that. But I'm going to go off camera and put my eyebrows on. Okay, so I did my brows. I put some blush on and a bit of highlighter. Another thing I wanted to show you is I bought some eyeshadows from Nabla Cosmetics. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. I've been stalking their Instagram since last year, I think. Who first mentioned those eyeshadow was Mrs. Ginger's beauty channel, Karen. So I thought I'd try them. Nabla is like an Italian indie brand, and I absolutely love their website because when you look at the eyeshadows, and every individual eyeshadow, they have live video swatch of it, and they look amazing, and they are not that expensive. I can't remember now, is it something like €6 a shadow, but they are also much bigger than your MAC or Makeup Geek. So in here I've got a few more Nabla, and can you see this is Makeup Geek, so you can see how much bigger these ones are. So they swatch absolutely beautifully. I won't probably use any of these because these are very dark, and I've got the mascara to try on, so I want to use something light so you can actually see the mascara. So yeah, I want to try. I've tried some of these. I think in one of my vlogs you saw me with like a really blue eyeshadow look, and that was done with those. These light ones look really, really lovely, iridescent. I will put all over my lid this one, which is called Luna. It's very hard to see with the lights. So I will try with my finger first, because you know those shimmery eyeshadows usually apply much better with the finger, with the warmth of your finger. Yeah, so that looks nice. It is not foiled like the foiled Makeup Geek eyeshadows, but yeah, it is very nice. What will happen if I try it with the brush on the other eye? Yeah, it applies pretty nice on the brush as well. Yeah. So this is the Luna. They are really very inexpensive. They do so many eyeshadow colors, and if you buy 6 eyeshadows you get free magnetic palette, and I think if you buy 12 you get a bigger one for 12. And I made the mistake that I ordered 11 eyeshadows, which was silly, so I only got one of these, and that's why I had to put the other ones in my Z palette. Now I'm going to use in my crease circle, which is like a mauvey taupe, well, mauve, and I just will apply that in my crease, and I won't do much more to my eyes because, like I said, I want to showcase that mascara. And this is matte one. This one is matte, the circle. Yeah, that applies really nice. Blends nicely. This is matte, but it almost applies satin-like. So that's the eyeshadow. It is matte. Maybe because that shimmery one is transferring a bit. I love this color. I'm going to put that one as well on my lower lash line. I might actually shade it a bit here, just tiny bit. Okay, so they are nice eyeshadows. Pretty good payoff. I wouldn't say amazing color payoff. And like I said, they are very affordable, and I think they ship all over the world. Okay, so I'm not doing anything else to my eyes. I'm going to apply the Flower Lash Warrior Mascara. Let's have a look what it looks like. Okay, so it's got plastic wand, and it's a bit bendy. Can you see it's got slightly spoony shape to it. It seems a bit fatter at the end. So let's try. Shall I zoom you in a bit? Okay, I like the brush. It's very, you know, spiky and stiff, but it's not as spiky as some of those brushes, and I can feel it's grabbing every single lash. Doesn't seem, it clumps them tiny bit, but I don't mind that. Yeah, it's nice. It's a good mascara. You see, we don't we don't get flour. Isn't it Drew Barrymore's line for Ulta or somewhere like that? We don't get that here, but I'm sure I will look. You know, you can get anything really on Amazon, so maybe you can get it on Amazon. And if you can, here in the UK, it will probably cost twice as much as it costs in the US. I would say it is quite wet consistency but thick. So it could clump, but because there is so many of these fine spiky bristles that you see, so if I keep reapplying it, it looks a bit, got am I in focus, it clumps them a bit. So if you don't like that look, just one swipe of this mascara will be enough. But I think if you were trying to build it up, it might clump them. But yeah, it gives you amazing lashes. Mind you, please remember that my own lashes are quite good anyway, quite long. They are not necessarily thick, but they are long. Yeah, I like it. It's a good mascara. One of the better ones, you know. I've noticed that, you know, a lot of drugstore mascaras are better than some of the high-end. Another thing I have, which my friend sent me, is the little sample of the Nars lip gloss in Orgasm. So, you know, the Orgasm blush is like iconic for Nars, and then they came up, I think, with Orgasm lipstick and this lip gloss. It is very peachy, orangey, so it won't go with my look because my look is more mauvey, but let's try it. I might put tiny bit of lip liner. I've got here MAC Subculture. It's hardly showing on me this. Okay, let's try this. I don't think I've ever had Nars gloss. I have the Turkish Delight, but that's like a milky gloss. Pretty. It actually gives you coverage as well, can you see? Oh, it's nice. I thought it will be more sticky. It is tiny bit sticky, but not, you know, like those really thick glosses. And look, it's got quite a lot of colour in it. It's a bit iridescent. Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice on its own, or, you know, to top your lipstick off with. Okay, my lovelies, so these are all the things, new things that I wanted to try with you. I really like the foundation look. Don't like it just around here, but I will come back later on and we will see how this foundation wears, if it wears off, if it breaks up. And what I will do as well at the end of this video, I will pop in after I've applied this foundation with maybe just a beauty blender and like a buffing brush, and I will tell you if the foundation applied a bit better. Okay, my lovely, so I see you a bit later. Okay, so I'm back for an update. Oh, just been out with Louis. It's freezing and it's almost completely dark now. So it is 5 o'clock in afternoon, so I reckon I've had the foundation on for about 6 hours and it looks perfect. It looks absolutely perfect. You know, like I told you, it gathered a bit around here and it stayed exactly the same. Didn't get worse, didn't wear off, hasn't broken up anywhere. I really like it and I love the color. So let me zoom you in. There you go. So I think I'm going to like this foundation. Like I said, tomorrow, what I will do actually, maybe I'll come back in a couple of days. Obviously it'll be all in this video, but tomorrow I might use my thinner foundation with the sponge to see how the sponge performs with the different foundations. I can give you my opinion on that, and then I will apply this foundation with beauty blender and blending brush, and I tell you if that made a difference. Okay, so I will see you later. Hi my lovely, so I quickly just pop back in to update you on the foundation and the velvet sponge. I know this makeup is a bit extra, but you have seen it last week. Okay, so it's been a couple of days, so I applied the foundation with beauty blender and it applied much better. I really like the foundation. It does stay all day, and you know, it's like a skincare as well. It's got all these vitamins and stuff to shrink your pores, so it's like a skincare and foundation in one. I love the color, so I'm going to be using this foundation definitely. I've got it on today. Now with the velvet sponge, I applied with that sponge my favorite drugstore foundation, the Nip and Fab, and it applied beautifully. So what I think is that the velvet sponge is amazing for your thinner foundations, because the velvet sponge doesn't get as soaking wet, therefore it leaves all that foundation on your face. Whereas beauty blender, it gets much wetter. When you try to apply thin foundation with the beauty blender soaks it all up. So that is my opinion on it, that the velvety one is amazing for your thin foundations. Also, it applies powder really nicely, dry or even damp. So yeah, I love the sponge, and I like the foundation, and the mascara is amazing as well. So that's it. That was my opinion on those new products. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you soon. Bye.